Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about 6 tips for braking safely while driving. In this video, I'll be going over 6 simple pieces of advice that you can start applying to your driving right now that will help you be safer while braking. Tips for braking safely. Now let's get right to it. Tip number 1, try not to slam on the brakes. Now, if you have to slam on the brakes to prevent you from rear-ending someone in front of you, then go ahead and do it. But try as often as possible to estimate properly so that you don't, to estimate your braking distance properly so that you don't have to slam on your brakes. Now, that's for the person behind you, because part of braking safely is making sure that you don't hit anyone, but it's also giving you the best chance at no one behind you rear-ending you. So try not to slam on the brakes, and that comes hand in hand with practicing your driving and estimating your braking distance properly. If you estimate poorly, or the person in front of you slams on the brakes, then you're probably going to have to press your brakes really aggressively. But you want to try and limit that to as often and as infrequently as possible. Try not to slam on the brakes. It's going to give you a better chance at not being rear-ended. Tip number 2, and I just kind of briefly spoke about this one, is that estimation is key. When you are braking, pressing your brake pedals to slow down, pressing your brake pedal, there's only one, to slow down or to bring the car to a stop, it's all about prediction and estimation, and that comes hand in hand with practice. That means that if you're not braking safely or smoothly, you need to practice your braking exercises and your braking in parking lots, on the street, and so forth, and that's going to allow you to be better at actually braking smoothly and safely. So you need to learn how to estimate your braking distance, and that comes with practice. So practice makes progression, and it eventually makes near perfection, okay? Tip number 3, increase your following distance. Now, if you follow too closely, what's going to happen is you're going to be braking in an unsafe manner because your reaction time is going to be limited, which is going to cause you to have to press your brakes more aggressively. If I'm following the person in front of me too closely, I'm going to have to be constantly pressing my brakes harder than necessary to not rear-end them. So if you want to brake safely, increase your following distance. That's going to give you more reaction time to be able to press your brakes on time, which means that you don't have to press your brakes as aggressively, which means that you're going to be able to brake safely. Tip number 4, safety has priority over smoothness. Now, obviously, I want you to be able to brake smoothly in a nice, smooth, linear manner so that you or none of your passengers are sort of being thrown around in the car when you're braking. And smoothness is important when braking, but safety always gets priority over smoothness. That means that if you have to press your brakes abruptly or roughly, then press them roughly as long as you're being safe. Now, obviously, if you want to aim for smoothness while braking, but your safety and the safety of your braking takes priority over smoothness. So smoothness is the goal, safety is the necessity when braking. It's as simple as that. Tip number 5, make sure your brake lights are working properly. And I mean all of them. Now, this is usually tough because with most cars, it's not going to tell you when any of your brake lights are out. So you have to rely on people letting you know, whether that's a driver behind you that, that tells you because they notice, whether that's, a friend or family member letting you know, whether that's you're leaving work and your colleague tells you that one of your brake lights is out. Or what I like to do is when I'm reversing and behind me is a piece of glass, like a window or something that reflects my car's reflection. When I'm reversing, I press the brake pedal and I put the car in reverse, and I check all of my brake lights, and I also check my reverse lights. Okay, it's as simple as that. So just make sure that all of your brake lights are working properly, all of them. If you have a trunk brake light or a spoiler brake light and your regular tail lights, make sure that they're all working properly with regards to just turning them on at night, them illuminating with your other lights on your car, and also when you actually press the brake pedal. And that is because when someone's driving behind you, they rely on those brake lights to allow them to react and for them to brake. So when your brake light, even when one of your brake lights is out, that means that the person behind you is going to have a higher than normal chance of rear-ending you or coming close to rear-ending you or hammering their brakes, which is going to cause them to have a higher than likely chance of getting rear-ended. So it's as simple as that. You can cause a chain reaction of near accidents by just having one or two or all or whatever the case is of your brake lights out. So make sure that they're all working properly. And if they're not working properly, replace the bulb, fix the wiring, replace the unit, whatever the case is, figure out how to make them work properly. Last but not least, number 6 is press the brake pedal down until you get enough braking power that you need, and then hold it there. Now, when people are learning how to drive, they tend to just mash down the brake pedal. And that's why when they learn to drive, they're very heavy-footed. They have like a heavy foot with both the gas pedal and the brake pedal. What you want to do is you want to imagine that there's like a little delicate glass object sitting on the brake pedal, and you don't want to break that glass object. Now, you still want to press the brake pedal to get as much braking power as you need, but you want to be delicate with it and just be smooth with it, meaning you don't want to continue pressing the brake pedal down more and more and more. You want to press it down until you get the braking power that you need, along with the estimation of your braking distance, and that'll bring you to a nice, smooth, and safe stop. Now remember, once again, safety trumps smoothness. Safety takes priority over smoothness. So with that being said, you know, if you have to press the brake pedal down and continue pressing it down to stop safely, do that. But your goal is to be smooth and safe, so press the brake pedal as much as you need and hold it there and be delicate with it. And that's basically it. In this video, I've gone over 6 tips for braking safely while driving. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. What are some other tips for braking safely while driving? Let me know down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.